What's good, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be breaking down cold calling, every part of it, so that way you know exactly how to have massive success in wholesaling real estate with the cold calling marketing strategy. Cold calling has been my bread and butter. It's helped me make millions of dollars wholesaling real estate. Now, that being said, I do other marketing channels, but cold calling has always been my main thing. It's been my main source of how I get my deals. And the great thing about cold calling is it's the most affordable and you're able to reach the most amount of people, right? If you're trying to find houses to buy, we have to reach as many distressed, motivated sellers as possible. And cold calling marketing really is the best way to do that, because if you do it properly, right, most people do it wrong. They're hand dialing with their cell phone, they're hand dialing one call after another, and they're waiting for people to pick up the phone and nobody's answering the phone, and you're wasting a bunch of time. But if you have the right systems in place and you're using a multi-line dialer, you will be able to reach hundreds and thousands of homeowners every single day and be able to find deals that much faster. So let's break it down. So last year I spent over about $250,000 on cold calling. To my cold callers in Mexico, I spent $192,171, and to Philippine cold callers, I spent $38,897. That's $250,000 on cold calling marketing, and that returned over $1 million in revenue, $1 million in assignment fees, and wholesale deals closed and funded from cold calling marketing. So I'm absolutely crushing it with cold calling. So what I can show you right now, this is my dialer, right? And you can see I have about 15 cold callers calling right now on my dialer. You can see Hannah, Julia, Joe, Christine, they're all on calls. They're all ripping the phones, right? So cold calling marketing is my main thing. As you can see, I'm spending over $250,000 a year on it. Now, that being said, how do you do that? How do you scale it? Well, it's really hard to build out a call center yourself, hire cold callers, all of that. Well, guys, my call center, I finally built it out all the way where I can offer my cold callers, the same cold callers that I use and that I train, to you. It is called Launch VA, and you can go sign up for these cold callers, the same ones I use to do all these deals, at launchva.com. There will be a link down below in the description. Now, what makes Launch VA so great is it's a hands-off marketing channel. We handle everything for you. We handle the training, the hiring, the data, the phone numbers, the dialer. We handle everything so that way you can focus on what you do best, which is focus on calling the leads and closing them and converting them into deals and into profits. Now, another thing about Launch VA that makes it so great is lead quality is through the roof, and this is why. Overall, our staff at Launch VA has 2.5 years on average experience in the telemarketing industry. So all of the callers are highly trained, highly vetted, and they have 2.5 years experience in the telemarketing industry. And it gets even better with my managers and my trainers. They have over a decade of experience in the industry. So what does this mean? This means lead quality is going to be higher and lead quantity. Because they are so experienced, they're going to be able to convert more when they're calling these people and get you more leads for your business. And we know that in order to be successful in wholesaling, you need to have a healthy flow of opportunities into your business. The lead flow, the opportunity flow into your business of motivated sellers that want a cash offer for their property, that is the gasoline to your business. It is what helps you make all your money. So, Launch VA is a game changer if you are ready to sign up and hire cold callers. Now, if you're looking to just cold call yourself, let me show you how to do that. All you're going to need to do is get a multi-line dialer. The multi-line dialer that I use is Ready Mode. Ready Mode is the best dialer out there because it dials the fastest. It dials 12 lines at a time, meaning it's going to call 12 people at a time and it's going to feed you the people that answer. So that way, every 30 seconds when you get off a call, you're talking to somebody new. That way you can reach hundreds and thousands of homeowners. Now, most people mess up with cold calling because they get a list, right, and they try to call one after the other on their phone, and they're typing it in, nobody's answering, so they're waiting and waiting as it rings, and nobody picks up the phone, and they're wasting their time, so it takes them calling 10 people before somebody answers. Using a 12-line multi-line dialer like the Ready Mode dialer lets you call hundreds of people at once, feeds you the people that answer, so that way you're always talking to people, you're reaching more homeowners, and you're going to be getting more deals. So make sure you're not doing cold calling wrong. Don't be calling with your cell phone. Now, you also need to have good lists and good data. Now, the best data provider out there for your skip trace is going to be dataskip.io. There will be a link down below in the description as well. Now, you could do all the cold calling you want, but if you don't have good data, then you're going to be getting nowhere. You have to be calling lists of good data. Now, what are some of my favorite lists, right? that you can go ahead and skip trace at dataskip.io. And also, Cole Realty Resource is another good data provider for a 15 years plus high equity residence list. Now, there's going to be a link down below in the description for both of these data providers. Now, what are my favorite lists? So one of my favorite lists by far, if you want to go a little bit broader, is just doing 15 years plus residence. This means they have owned the home for 15 years or more, meaning they're more likely to sell. What we've seen in the data is once people have owned their home for 10 years, the likelihood that they're going to sell the property soon goes up by over 70%. So we want to be contacting people that have owned their home for a long time because they're way more likely to sell. Now, what does it also mean that they've owned it for 15 years or more? It means it's likely they've paid down the mortgage, paying down their mortgage while the property has appreciated in value. So what does this make them? It makes them a high equity homeowner, meaning they owe less on the property than what the property is worth. Meaning they can sell the property at a discount, they can still make a profit, and there will still be a spread for you to be able to make your wholesale fee. So you need to be talking to high equity homeowners, people that have owned their home for a long time. Now, what is another great list? Another great list is absentee owners. Absentee owner means that they own the property, but they don't live in it. And you can layer that up and stack that list even more by doing absentee owner properties that are also vacant. This means the homeowner doesn't live in the property and it's vacant. They're not renting it out. They're doing nothing with the property. So why do they need it? Why do they need the property? If they're not renting it out and if they're not living in it, they're just paying their mortgage every month, paying their property taxes, and they're getting no use out of the property. They're likely to sell it. Those are my two favorite lists. Absentee owners, you can layer it up with vacant as well, or 15 years plus residence. That is my bread and butter. That is how I've made so much money cold calling, because I found that those lists convert the absolute best. So I always recommend that you cold call yourself for a month, 2 months before you hire cold callers. But then once you're ready to hire cold callers, it costs $1,000 a month, about $1,000 a month per cold caller. And once you're ready to hire cold callers, that means you're going to be handing everything off, worrying about the dialer, the phone numbers, the data, the training, hiring, the management of the callers, right? You don't have to worry about any of that. You don't have to worry about making the calls yourself to people that aren't interested. Because once you hire cold callers, they're going to go through everybody that's not interested and find you the people that are ready to receive a cash offer from you that are interested. And that is what Launch VA does for you. You're going to be able to hire trained cold callers on demand instantly. Once you sign up, they will start the next Monday. Once you sign up for cold callers, they're flexible, industry-ready cold callers ready to help you generate leads, book appointments, and grow your business. Now, all you have to do is go to launchva.com, fill out a form. You're going to talk to somebody on the Launch VA team. You're going to choose your plan, and then we're going to launch your campaign right away. We're going to start dialing and start sending as many leads as possible to your business so that way you can get more wholesale deals. Now let's check out this testimonial video of one of my students, Josh.
Hey, it's Josh Jones. To let you guys know about Launch VA, I've been using it personally, and out of all the call agencies I've been using, this is by far the best one. I signed up, I have about 11 callers. I've been getting flooded with leads. So we've been locking up leads. If you're looking for callers, I highly recommend to use Launch VA. It's the best thing out.
Josh Jones is absolutely crushing it. He has 11 callers right now with Launch VA, and he's getting tons and tons of leads. Out of the 70 leads that he first got when he first signed up to Launch VA, he locked up 4 deals. 4 deals out of 70 leads. That is so good, and that shows you the quality of the leads and how quickly he got so many leads that he was able to lock up 4 deals. Now, Josh Jones is on track to make $800,000 this year from the marketing channel cold calling from Launch VA cold callers. He's already done $250,000 this year in only 4 months. Josh is absolutely crushing it. So if you're ready to crush it, Launch VA is for you. And if you're just starting out, make sure you get the Ready Mode Dialer, 12-line dialer. Start calling the proper way. Don't be hand dialing. Get this dialer going so that way you're churning through the leads, reaching hundreds and thousands of homeowners and chasing after these deals. A lot of the reasons why I failed in the beginning and it took me so long to get my first deal is because I was doing everything wrong. I was hand dialing, I was putting up bandit signs, I was passing out flyers, I was doing the wrong things. When I was putting up bandit signs and passing out flyers, I was waiting for the sellers to call me. It was a reactive marketing strategy. You need to be doing a proactive marketing strategy. You need to be chasing down these deals and chasing down your success. I'm sure you've heard, in life, if you want anything, you got to go out there and get it. You got to go out there and grab it. It's for the taking. But if you sit back and wait for it to come to you, your life is never going to change. That's why doing a proactive marketing strategy versus a reactive marketing strategy is going to help you get your success so much faster, because you're literally going out there, it's for the taking, and you're going and grabbing it because you are going after these homeowners, making tons and tons of calls, chasing after them. That's why it's key. Now guys, if you want to learn my 7-step process to the wholesaling real estate industry and everything that goes into cold calling and everything that goes into getting your first deal from contract to close, every part of the business, I'm going to be holding a free live training where I'm going to teach you all this. You're going to get an hour of my time, you and me coaching you directly on this business, on this strategy, and all my other strategies to show you how to be successful in wholesaling just like I've done. There's a link down below in the description for you to jump on the free live training with me, where I'm going to spend an hour with you showing the game in depth. So make sure you check that out, link down below in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something about cold calling today that's going to help you grow and scale in the wholesaling real estate industry. I know it will, because guess what? Wholesaling real estate has completely changed my life. I got started in wholesaling real estate when I was 16 years old. I'm now about to turn 23 in a week from now. So, what's happened? Well, in just 2 years, from the age of 16 to the age of 18, I was able to become a millionaire through wholesaling real estate. And ever since, I've gone on to make millions of dollars every single year wholesaling real estate, and you can do the same. Because I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. There's nothing different about me and you. We both put our pants on the same way, one leg at a time. So, that being said, everything I've done in my life, everything I've created, you can do the same. So, I'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Peace.